we all have an idea of what's going on in Israel, right? And for those that don't, I'm here to give you the exact thing that's happening in Israel right here, right now. So Benjamin Netanyahu is having problems, and by the way, that's the Prime Minister of Israel. He's having problems forming a government, meaning a coalition of parties to form a majority in the government. He can't form a government. His opponents last week and more than likely this week are trying to form a government against Benjamin Netanyahu's. And so why is he raiding a mosque? This is about the Al-Aqsa Mosk, this video, this clip. Why in the world is he raiding a mosque? Why is he evicting people, Muslims from Jerusalem, East Jerusalem, in the Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood? Why is he doing the settlements? Why is he doing all of this? It's because he can't form a government. And number two, he's got criminal corruption charges that he's trying to fight. And, well, he's not trying to fight. He's trying to distract from it. Because you need to know something. The judiciary in Israel is much better than here in the United States. It's got its faults, sure, but it's much better, and they actually fight their corruption. So Benjamin Netanyahu is pretty much, he's in pretty big trouble. So everyone says how the Palestinians are the aggressors. Don't you know that? The Palestinians are the aggressors. Well, I'm about to show you why that's not the actual truth. Here's an example of why Israel is the aggressors. Look at how they raided this mosque. I'm going to show you how they raided it, and then I'm going to show you the aftermath. Look at this. All right, so you saw that. You saw how they were being brutalized. And, I'm just going to say this, okay? A lot of people are blinded by Israel, and usually a lot of the people in power, most of them, Democrats and Republicans, especially the Democrats and the Republicans, that's absolutely true. We know that, but especially the Democrats. So, I don't want to hear how Palestinians are the ones that are the aggressors. These people were in a mosque. They were in a mosque and they were praying with their shoes off. But what the defense people said was, and what Benny Gantz also said was, we've been ready to raid this mosque for 2 days. And by the way, they didn't just do this once. No, that would be too simple. They did this 2 nights in a row where they raided this freaking mosque. Where Palestinians, and by the way, others of other races and genders and ethnicities and all of that, ethnic groups, they were all in there. But they raided this mosque and they were ready. They had their guns, they had their rubber bullets, they had their flash grenades, they had their stun grenades, whatever they are. They had bombs, they had everything, riot shields, everything. They had it all prepared. And then they say, oh my God. By the way, they injured over 300 Palestinians and put over 220 in the goddamn hospital. So again, tell me how the Palestinians are the aggressors? I really want to know. And so they say, some of our police got lightly hurt. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you get a hangnail? A scratch? Did you... You sent 300, you injured over 300 and sent 220 to the hospital. No. You're the ones who assaulted this mosque. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you the ones who were raided? You had your things there already. And here's the biggest thing. Israel is denying, oh my God, we're not doing ethnic cleansing. No, then what are you doing? Because when you're saying, I want to get these Muslims out of here, I want to cleanse this area of the Muslims and put other people in here, specifically the Jews, that is called ethnic cleansing. That's what Hitler tried to do when he killed over 6 million Jews. That's what Hitler tried to do. Oh, but, you guys don't remember, because a lot of you aren't from Hitler's time, and you don't remember how he killed your ancestors, do you, huh? No, you don't. And then, CNN and MSNBC, all these people bringing on the Israeli Defense Forces. What are you doing bringing on the forces? Look, as I said, the judiciary in Israel is better. Okay, their press is mixed. It's interesting, right? But you never give a blanket immunity. You never accept a blanket story from anybody in the government. Because look at our Pentagon. They lie all the time. All the time. They never tell the truth. Oh, they have weapons of mass destruction. Oh, they're killing babies in Kuwait. Oh, Al-Qaeda attacked us on 9/11. Al-Qaeda and Iraq were enemies. But see how they lie all the time. And then 6 months later, 2 weeks later, 6 months later, a year later, oh my God, it turns out that it was the U.S. who bombed that wedding. Yes, it was. Oh my God, I'm sorry. It was the U.S. And they murdered everybody inside that wedding. The DJ, the caterers, the guests, the bride, the groom, everybody, the kids. And then here, the New York Times, the Guardian, the Huffington Post, the Washington Post, everybody will write an article 2 to 6 weeks later or even 6 months later say, everything the Israeli government was telling you was absolute bull. It was crap. It was all wrong. But we didn't tell you that because we just took their lies and gave them to you. That's what happened. So, when people are saying, oh my God, these guys are the aggressors. They're not the aggressors. You raided their mosque. All because Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu can't form a freaking government. That's the only reason why you did it. And the fact that he has criminal charges, corruption charges that he's trying to distract from. So, and by the way, anytime a Palestinian does something, oh my God, they threw a rock. They threw a soda can. They threw a bottle. They threw a stone. They threw a stone. And it was 10, 20 feet away from somebody. And we caught it on tape. It fell right. Look, it fell right here. And he was right here. But they never get any of that on tape. Never. It's a bunch of lies so they can continue their ethnic cleansing and their pressure campaign and their massive genocide of the Muslims. And you know what they're trying to do? They're trying to cleanse the Muslims out and then give it all to the Jews, all the properties, all the deeds, all of that. And then say, oh my God, there's too many Jews here now. We can't give it back to the Muslims. There's way too many. What do you want me to do? Kick them out? That's what's going on. And that's why they raided that mosque. So I would love someone to explain to me how the Palestinians were the aggressors when they're the ones without shoes praying. And by the way, this is one of the holiest places in the whole entire world. The third holiest place in Islam and one of the holiest places in Judaism. You raided that and you were ready. You had all your weapons there. You had all the police there, all the troops, all the cops, and you just did that for nothing. Oh, but when it's a conflict, they're going to lie, just like the U.S., just like every other government. And then the New York Times and everybody else will follow it and say, yes, sir, absolutely, that's the truth. Oh, you really are like gods because you bring the truth. And then 6 months later, they say, oh, my God, everything they said was false. Yeah, okay. And then you wonder why. You wonder why no one trusts the U.S. Because this would have been over if the U.S. and Canada weren't blocking the resolution in the UN right now, the proposed resolution to stop the bloodshed, to do a ceasefire. Because guess what? Hamas agreed to it, but Benjamin Netanyahu, he didn't want to agree to it. He said no. Why? Because he can't form a government. That's it. And he wants to shake things up. I'm Benjamin Netanyahu. I'm going to go murder Palestinians. Re-elect me. He's a dictator. He's one of the most racist and oppressive people there is since I don't even know who. So, look, it's pretty daunting, but that's what's going on, and that's why they raided that mosque. Don't let anybody tell you. And when you watch the mainstream media, they're not going to tell you anything of what I'm telling you.